Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dave. This is Callie's Groom Room. On this channel, I like to discuss everything that involves men's grooming, fragrances, of course. If you haven't seen the tag video that's been going around, I'll tell you about it. It's called 4 Nostalgic Fragrances or just Nostalgic Fragrances, something like that. I was tagged by my good friend. I like to call him my little brother in the fragrance community. His name is Tyler. His channel is called Simply Fragrances. If you don't know the channel, I highly recommend you check it out. Tyler is a very energetic, enthusiastic fragrance lover. You know, I really can't say enough great things about him, about his channel, the way he's pumping out content. And he's just so, like I said, he's just so enthusiastic and passionate about this hobby. And he's a real joy and a real pleasure to watch. So I do highly suggest and recommend you check out his channel. Of course, I'm going to link that down below. So today, I'm going to share with you some of my nostalgic fragrances here. I did think this was going to be somewhat of an easy video to record because when you think about it, it's only 4 fragrances. When I went down in my collection and I started looking through and thinking, like jogging my memory, which is kind of complicated, about these 4 fragrances and stories to be attached to them, things like that, I was like, man, I'm afraid to leave some of these choices out. So anyway, without further ado, the list is coming up next. We're going to take a trip down memory lane right after the intro. Stay tuned. Thank you for hanging with me through all this time. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Like this video, comment down below. Let me know what are some of your nostalgic fragrances or nostalgic scents, whatever your preference is. Also, don't forget to enable the notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future content that I do upload frequently to this channel. So I'm going to hop right into this list, guys. You know of this fragrance. I've talked about it a bunch on the channel already. This is Versace the Dreamer. I know it has that like love it or hate it type of vibe. This is a fougere. The reason why it's nostalgic to me, this was the first fragrance that I ever owned. My nana, or grandmother for us Americans, my grandmother did purchase this bottle, not this bottle, but the fragrance for me for Christmas. And I was somewhere between the ages of 13 and 15. Can't really pinpoint it to the T, but this was a fragrance that I absolutely loved. And I still do like it. Do I like it as much as I did back then? Well, no, because the collection's grown just a tad since, you know, my younger years. So yeah, this one just brings up a lot of, it brings back a lot of great memories with my grandmother and, you know, spending time with my family and those type of things. So if it wasn't for her, I don't know that my fragrance journey would have continued to all of this. So thank you, Nana. Appreciate it. So my second fragrance, or third, this isn't a ranked list by any means, is Versace Pour Homme. So Versace Pour Homme, this fragrance here, you know, citrus, black pepper, you know, so it's got a little bit of this spice, not spicy, but a little bit of this spice feel to it. This is arguably the most versatile fragrance in my collection. And the reason is you could wear this to the gym, you could dress it up, you could dress it down, you could just, you know, it's a dumb reach type of fragrance. Anytime you want to smell like fresh and clean, you spray this on and that's exactly what you're going to smell like. For a long time, this was my most complimented fragrance in my collection. So if that means anything to you, it is what it is. But this also, keep in mind, with saying that it's most complimented, also, I have owned the most bottles of this particular fragrance than I have any fragrance in my collection. This is either my 6th or 7th bottle of this. I absolutely love this stuff. Still to this day, I do highly recommend it, especially now. This is very cheap. I think I paid like 50 or 60 bucks for this bottle, but you could, this is the 100 ml, but you can get a 50 ml bottle for even less, probably somewhere in the 30s or $40 range. So that is Versace Pour Homme. So this one is a special one. So this is Zaharoff. This is Zaharoff Pour Homme. So this is the OG. The reason why I'm including this is because I don't remember the specific review that I watched, like the reviewer, I guess. Don't remember the content creator that I watched create this video on this fragrance, but that's what piqued my interest. Then I went on one of the Facebook fragrance groups that I belong to, and I searched the name, Zaharoff, and I was starting to read through the comments, and I noticed, geez, man, this George Zaharoff guy is like all over these scent of the day pics, and he's commenting and thanking people, engaging with people. So what I did was I just shot him a message, and I said, I'm interested in your fragrance. What do I have to do to sample this? He directed me to his website. The rest is history. I consider George a friend. I became good friends with George, and I really do cherish our friendship. I don't know if I think I have said this in the past, but if it wasn't for George, this right here wouldn't be a thing. Reason is, he, after quite some time, this bottle was sent to me. I thought I'd do a review for it, and I about a year after that, I started this channel. So I originally shot that. I should say that I originally shot that video for Instagram, my Instagram page, but I have transferred that Instagram video here. So if you do click on the fragrance reviews, that playlist that I have created, you'll find that video. That was my first time ever behind a camera. So please don't be too hard on me. But Zaharoff, the nice thing is, so you talk about, 2018, so almost 3 years ago now to the day, somewhere around this point. And then you fast forward a couple years later in 2020, my good friends Boyd and Chris over at Gentleman's Nod collaborated with Zaharoff to put out this shave soap here. And they do carry some other Zaharoff-inspired Royale Noir shave products on their website that I'll, of course, link in the description below. Now, do keep in mind, any of these links that I post in this video below, I do not make any kind of commission. This isn't a paid video or anything like that. I just like to spread the word about great products, friends of mine, and that's all. So, yeah, they collaborate with Zaharoff, put out the soap. Smells exactly like the fragrance. Absolutely amazing. But it was just cool to see both, the wet shave community and the fragrance community put something together and come out with something. It is absolutely awesome. So with that said, I'm going to close it out with this fragrance here. This is Noir. I forgot for a second. I apologize. This is Parfums Vintage. This is Pineapple Vintage Noir. So what this is this is an inspired creation said to be like a Ventus, the smoky batch, I guess. I do apologize. I'm not an Aventus batch chaser. I don't really, honestly, I don't care about that whole thing. Love it or hate it, that's just what it is. So what this is just a beautiful pineapple forward fragrance, man. Oh, this is so good. But the reason why it's here is because November 8th, 2018, I was reintroduced to my girlfriend. We were, to make a long story short, we were together for 4 years. We were not together for 10 years. We've been back together for 3 years. So trust me, if I was ever going to write a book about our relationship, I would title it The Journey That Led Me Back to You. That's what I would call it. I know it's a soppy type of story, but deep down, I do have a soft side, guys. I really do. But this is the fragrance that I was wearing November 8th, 2018. She came to one of my shows when my band played, and I was wearing this fragrance here, and the rest is history, So a lot of great memories, though, attached to this. I've turned on a lot of people to this in my personal life, many friends to this particular fragrance here. It really is a great, great fragrance. I mean, I know a lot of people like to talk shit on inspired creations and stuff like that. I don't buy into that. I don't really care what people say. I buy what I want, and I don't listen to what others have to say. And that's what I'm going to encourage you when you see the full review of this, is kind of the same thing. Listen, it's not about budget for me. It's about what makes sense. And I'm not going to talk about all of that here, but when I do talk about it, you'll understand why it makes sense. But nevertheless, this is very, very good. I love this. As a matter of fact, I'll wear this to bed tonight. So, great fragrance right there to close out the list. This is Pineapple Noir, Pineapple Vintage Noir. God, if I could just say the name right to close out this list. And yeah, guys, I will see you again real soon. Tyler, my brother, my little brother, thank you very much for tagging me, man. I sincerely appreciate that. I look forward to bringing you more content just like this. Well, a little different, not like this. But I look forward to seeing you in future videos. So until then, stay safe, everybody. Take care of one another. Be kind to one another. You know, life is far too short. Let's just be great people while we're here, okay? I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you soon. Peace.